Hi painted lovies. So I'm doing something at home which is for me, and usually when I do something for me, I don't tend to show you, I don't know why. So I thought I would come and show you what I'm up to. Probably because I'm a bit worried that it won't work in front of you on the camera, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, here we have a mirror which is going to go in my bathroom. My bathroom, although it's gorgeous, I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it, but what I have decided to do is remove a really modern mirror, a circular mirror. I'm not very keen with it. And I found this old gilt mirror. It's not old, it's a reproduction. It had a gilt edge frame on it, so I've decided to paint it. So I've just grabbed loads of things out of my garage. I'm not in the workshop, so I don't have everything to hand, but I've just got a few different products, and I'm using different products. I'm using Annie and Autentico products all at once, so I'm, you know, cross-mixing those paints, but it seems to be working out really nice. So what I've done here on the frame, I've masking taped the frame up, and all I'm using is a chip brush. So I've given one coat of chalk paint first, let that dry, and then I've done another coat with a stipple finish, because I want this frame to be old, textured, blistered, you name it, beautifully aged on the frame, in theory. So I'm going to carry on doing what I'm doing in front of you. So I've got two different colours. One's an Annie, one's Authentico colour. One's called, well, one of them's Chateau Grey, we all know and love. A little bit of Athenian black, and I've also got vintage khaki, which is Autentico, and I'm mixing them all up on the surface. So I'm just taking a little bit of paint on the brush and I'm stippling in. So I'm just adding paint, different colours as I go along. I need to load up this paint and have it quite wet, because I'm going to use another Autentico product, which I don't think I've ever shown, which is really lovely. For all those people that keep on asking me about how I get those aged looks, well, this is one of those products which you're going to see in a minute, which is worth sticking around just for that. So, just randomly random stippling sort of lighter areas, darker areas, making sure I get into the nooks and crannies. A little bit of, and I'm just picking all of the different colours up. Dark in the corner maybe. And I'm using the same brush, so it's all mixing on my brush. Like so. So I'm happy with that. So the next thing I've got, I don't know if you've seen me use this before, is a product called Sea Salt Fizz. I think this is a great product. What this is going to do, it's like a powder, little granules in there. It's going to create blisters in my paintwork. Now, normally, I've got to say this, you would use chalk paint and then a lime paint, you get a better end result with this. So, it does say wear gloves, so I'm going to wear gloves for your benefit. Put the gloves on. Like so. This I've used a few times, so it's nearly to the bottom. I don't know if you can see that, you won't be able to see that, sort of like a grainy powder. And all I'm going to do is pick it up between my finger and forethumb and just sprinkle into the paint, here and there. And as you can see, I've covered up my table quite well. So I can take this sheet out the way. I've got pets in the house, so I will be taking this outdoors away from the pets to clean up. Right. So here and there, I'm just sprinkling, I don't know if you can see that, just sprinkling, giving it a dust here and there. I'm going to be heavy, I always am, because if I don't like this and it's heavy, I can paint back over, and that's fine. I'll stipple over an area, so I'm just going to be more heavier than perhaps I should be. And like in corners and crevices, like so. Right, the way that I do this, I've got a water spray, I'm going to mist, and I'm going to slightly, and what this will do, it will react the product a little bit, start sinking into the paint. You can mix this into the paint. You will get like an eruption. It's quite good fun. But all this is going to do is, in theory, eat into my layers of paint. I'm going to be really heavy with this. I want it to be really worn. So, like so. Bit in that paint there. Okay guys, let me just flip this and you can see a little bit. I'm going to keep on drying because it's still very wet. Let me do that and I can just give you a little corner section. On this corner you can start seeing there's a residue, a white residue. And what it does as it dries, it kind of erupts and goes a little bit bobbly and texturized. I'm going to keep on drying. I will get close-up pictures. It doesn't work as well as it should do with lime paint, but nevertheless, it's still a gorgeous effect. Can we now see, I'm going to try and keep really still. Look, this white residue is not, it's been wet, so it's not dry powder just on top. I've wet it quite a lot, and that's what happens. Let me see if I can find where it does a reverse colour. And when I say reverse colour, it's somewhere like down here. Maybe here is a good place to show you. Here, can you see, like there? I'm getting little black dots and white dots. And then this sort of texture. I mean, some of it will go powdery and I'll be able to wipe the residue off. Or wax, I haven't decided yet. I know that I've got it in sort of like lumpy chunks here, there and everywhere, but that's not a problem because I'm going to paint over some of them. I'm going to use the stippling technique on top of that. So, but this is what I like here, when the residue of it sits in heat into the crevices against the light. You can almost see, like here, little craters. There we go. So, yeah, it's an interesting look. I think it's good for a real chateau look. This is why I've gone for the sort of chateau-y, greeny grey look. So this, I want this mirror to look like it's years and years old. I have a feeling what's going to also happen is still, you can see it, still see it's quite wet in this crevice. I have a feeling in the crevice we're going to get a bit of a whiter finish. I love it. I'm going to texturise this. I might even go back and slightly wet distress it a little bit. So there's lots of fun to be had with this product. It really is super good. And there's a long way to go yet. And there we go. It is almost, yeah, look at that. It's just gorgeous. So it's a simple product, easy to use, and I think I'll be delighted with this when it's all finished and up in my bathroom. I really love it. I love the colour variations. And of course, if you can, grab some lime paint as well. If you've never used lime paint, it is just awesome. You'll not get the dark colours. You'll only get sort of mid-range to lighter colours because there's a lot of, I presume, lime in it. I don't know what's in it. But they are beautiful. The end result of the lime paint with this product is stunning. For the meanwhile, I will see you all very soon. Take care. Happy